I caught a number that shouldn't exist. For 3 weeks, I tracked every second of deep work, expecting the usual ups and downs. Instead, I found a straight-up kill switch. My focus didn't fade gradually, it crashed. Every single time, right at 12 minutes. As if my brain had a built-in self-destruct timer. To kill it, I did everything they tell you to do. Pomodoro timers, dopamine detoxes, all that hustle harder bullshit. But the 12-minute wall didn't move. Soon I realized it wasn't any of that. It was a glitch in my own operating system. So I trashed the guru playbook and ran a 14-day experiment that was either going to fix me or break me completely. I didn't need more discipline. I needed to find the bug. And what I found hiding inside that bug is way weirder than I expected. Stick with me, because there's a moment on day 4 I still can't explain. We're sold this myth that focus is a muscle you build with willpower. But my data screams something darker, a fundamental design flaw. When I pored over the footage of my failed sessions, I saw the truth. My brain wasn't getting tired. It was getting hacked by the environment. Every microscopic variable, the flicker of a neighbor's light, the subtle frequency shift when the fridge kicked on, my brain was processing all of it as a high-priority threat. That's the 12-minute wall. And it's not an energy problem. It's a sensory saturation collapse. Your brain's noise filtering mechanism has a glitch, and the modern world exploits it. But here's the question that started messing with my head. Why exactly 12 minutes? There has to be a deeper rhythm to it, something I wasn't supposed to find. More on that in a bit. First, I had to stop trying to focus and start building a vacuum. So I engineered a framework called the Sensory Vacuum Protocol. The target was a state I call variable 0, the complete erasure of unnecessary input. This sounds psychotic, it felt psychotic, but it was the only way to bypass the glitch. I built the Sensory Vacuum Protocol on 3 non-negotiable rules. But before I give them to you, I need to warn you. By day 3, I hit a secondary glitch so twisted it almost ended me. Hold that thought. Rule 1. The visual void. I moved my desk to face a blank white wall. Nothing else. No plants, no sticky notes, no peripheral data for your brain to sample. You'll feel like a patient in a psych ward. That's the point. Rule 2. The acoustic baseline. No lo-fi beats, no curated focus playlists. I used a constant 40 Hz white noise, not to relax me, but to mask environmental anomalies before my brain could tag them as threats. You're creating an auditory dead zone. Rule 3. The tactile constant. I wore the exact same weight of clothing every day. Same fabric, same compression. Removing touch data from the equation stops your brain from subconsciously indexing your body against the chair, the air temp, the seams. It sounds insane, but variable fatigue is real. I started a case study of day 1. By day 2, I felt a weird stillness I hadn't experienced in years. Then day 3 hit, and my stomach dropped. I noticed a secondary glitch I never saw coming. Quiet at first, like a whisper rising from the void. That whisper was my brain, starved of external data, beginning to feed on itself. By day 4, the whisper had become a scream, and the experiment literally broke me. With that internal noise, my heartbeat thudding like a bass drum, my thoughts shouting through a locked door, was the secondary glitch fully unleashed. I built the vacuum so perfectly that my own neurology rebelled. I nearly quit right there, and I know most people would call that a weak mindset and bail forever. That's the trap. It's not weakness, it's your brain's desperate last-ditch attempt to find a signal. The glitch was the internal noise, which meant the solution had to address that specific chaos. So I calibrated the one variable that could settle the storm before it started: the 15-minute transition buffer. I couldn't jump straight into the void. I had to sit in the silence for 15 minutes first, letting the internal data streams burn themselves out until the whisper never became a scream again. That single intertwined adjustment turned the glitch into a gateway. After the buffer, my brain stopped fighting and surrendered to the vacuum. And that's when the impossible happened. Not just more focus, a state of flow so clean, it felt like a cheat code. No stimulants, no motivational garbage, just 90 minutes of uninterrupted output. And then I walked away without the usual cognitive hangover. The results weren't a productivity hack. They were a diagnosis. We aren't lazy, we're oversampled. That 12-minute black hole isn't personal failure, it's a predictable neurological glitch we've been gaslit into ignoring. And that question I posed earlier, why exactly 12 minutes? My best theory after 14 days, it's the precise threshold where your brain's sensory filters hit max capacity and trigger a threat response. The glitch has a clock. That deeper rhythm I mentioned, it's not a rhythm at all. It's a fuse. I've linked my raw observation logs and the exact variable tracking sheet below, but I want you to do something more dangerous than just watching a video. Run the vacuum protocol for 48 hours. No shortcuts. When you hit day 4, and you will hit it, don't you dare quit. Deploy the 15-minute buffer and push through. Then come back here and tell me what your brain did in the silence. I have a theory that the specific kind of internal noise you hear reveals the real reason you can't focus: anxiety, buried stress, sensory addiction. Let's map this glitch together. Drop your day 4 breakdown in the comments with hashtag 12-minute black hole, because I'm not just curious, I'm building the data set. Hit subscribe if you want the next experiment. I think I found something even weirder at the 90-minute mark.